in the early 20th century. Ghadar Party was a group of South Asian activists based in the United States who were fighting against the British colonization of India. My great-grandfather, Bhagwan Singh Gyani, when he came to the United States, became involved with the Ghadar Party. Ghadar Geet, Blood and Ink is the performance I created about my great-grandfather, about the Ghadar movement, showing that through line of this anti-colonial movement that actually continues today.
Did you know that one of the most radical freedom movements in the world started right here in San Francisco? It was led by South Asian immigrants over 100 years ago. They called their organization the Ghadar Party. They wrote revolutionary poems, ran an underground news network, built global solidarity for the cause, and fought for immigrant rights. But today, most people, including members of our own community and diaspora, haven't heard of their names, and their bravery is almost forgotten. Hi, I'm Priyanka Surineni, an Indian origin documentary filmmaker and a recent immigrant to the United States. In my work, I love exploring topics that are non-mainstream and telling stories that often don't get told. Right now, I'm working on a film called Inkilab. It features an incredible artist and activist named Jyoti Singh and her efforts to preserve her great-grandfather Bhai Bhagwan Singh Gyani's revolutionary legacy, who was a freedom fighter and a Ghadar Party member. Since 2023, I've been documenting Jyoti's research, creative process, and her work putting together Ghadar Geet, a show that brings his history and poetry to life. On stage, Jyoti does not just tell her great-grandfather's story. She portrays him and she becomes him. Our film takes this a step further by featuring cinematic reenactments where Jyoti plays her great-grandfather on screen. This lets us tell history through a deeply personal and diasporic lens, turning traditional documentary filmmaking and methods of studying history on its head. Jyoti is the last in her family carrying the story forward. She spent more than 10 years creating this performance and is finally ready to premiere it. We're now at a pivotal stage in our process where we need to jump into full production mode and raise funds to make sure our vision is fulfilled. Creating a sample or a proof of concept is a very first step for this, and we are hoping this campaign can help us support that very important milestone. Initially, we had hoped to raise funds through grants, and earlier in March this year, we were thrilled when we were selected as finalists for the Cal Humanities R&D grant. But the program was paused due to changes in federal funding priorities. We now see this as an opportunity to build the film with your support from this very early stages. We want the film to be shaped by the community it represents, and that's why your involvement means so much to us. Our immediate goal is to raise $15,000. We're using 16mm film cameras to shoot the reenactments. So this money will help us hire crew and equipment for that, and also cover editing costs to create the sample video. It will also help us define the film's scope, visual style, and storytelling approach. This step is key to creating a clear roadmap for the rest of the production, including budgeting and scheduling. Our stretch goal is $25,000, which will help us pay other key members, including myself, our producer, and impact producer. So far, we've been funding this film ourselves without pay. This project shows that South Asians were here long before 1965. We hope to shift the perspective that South Asians are silent, compliant, and obedient. Your support will help us keep this important story and history alive and share it with the rest of the world. No amount is too small. Please join us in making Inkilab possible. You can also support us by sharing this widely with your network. Thank you so much for being a part of this journey.